Courtroom County, Washington, State of Michigan is now back in session. The Honorable Judge Simpson.
You may be seated. Court does call the case, People versus Linda Downer.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Town.
Morning, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Linda Downer. She's stepping forward. Your Honor, for arraignment, can you state your name, Linda?
Linda Downer.
Thank you.
Your Honor, for arraignment purposes, we would waive reading and stand mute.
Then in every way, form, reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea.
Your Honor, for pretrial, I inform Mr. Siller, my client is going to just plead guilty to the charge. I'm going to be moving for immediate sentencing, but of course, that's not a part of the plea, and understand that as well.
All right. So she's just going to be pleading.
She is, Your Honor.
To say 90-day.
Yes.
500. All right. May I have your sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name.
Linda Downer.
All right. Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of open intoxicants in a motor vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs, community service, and any substance abuse treatment the court deems necessary. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And to that charge, how do you plead? All right. You understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You've signed any advice of rights form today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any question regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily,
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will,
Yes, Your
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. On the date of April 24th, 2025, Laura Road, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you a driver of a motor vehicle?
Driving?
Yes.
No.
Well, you drove to Meyer, is that correct? Across the street?
Yeah, across the street. Yes.
Okay. All right. And were there open intoxicants in your motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What were they?
It was some wine that I'd been there for about a week or two.
So it was wine.
Yeah,
That was-
about that much.
How much? That much?
Lighthearted. Yeah.
Huh?
Low calorie, low alcohol.
Okay. All right. And it was yours?
From karaoke. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. I do have to advise you, ma'am, that while it may not be applicable in this case, since I'm going to do an immediate sentencing, but if you do commit misconduct, like within the next few minutes, then this court, any evaluation or sentence agreement, the court would not be bound by. You would also not be permitted to withdraw your plea if you do that. You understand that?
I understand that. Yeah.
Counsel, have there been any threats, promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea that have not been disclosed?
None from the prosecution.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, very good. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this charge. Okay, or she gets
Oh, she doesn't look at, Your Honor.
salary, whatever.
Ms. Downer is 75 years young. As you've heard the facts of the case, I would respectfully request a fine.
Ma'am, anything you want to say?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I mean, no.
It's okay.
No, I don't.
Sentence of the court, fines and costs of $250. When can you get that paid, ma'am?
Today.
Thank you. Pay $250 today, also spend 90 days in jail.
Right. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, thank you.
Okay, People versus Kamara Reed.
Ashley for the people.
Dan Garrett on behalf of Kamara Reed, she's stepping forward.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, Ms. Reed is here, I believe for a pretrial and a bond violation. In however order Your Honor would like to proceed, she will be admitting to the bond violation and then ultimately pleading guilty as charged. So however Your Honor would like to approach that.
Well, She's admitting to the violation?
She is, Your Honor.
All right. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
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 Yep, thank you. All right, and what are we doing on the case?
She's pleading as charged, Your Honor.
She's pleading.
Yes.
Sure. Ever sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name.
Tamara Reed.
All right. Ms. Reed, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated. Is that correct?
Yes.
That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Understand that?
Yes.
The court could also order any community service or rehabilitative service if the court deems necessary. The court could order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form?
She didn't, Your Honor, because she's in custody. I could have her do that now, or we could do that verbally, however you prefer.
Okay. You recall signing an advice of rights form, ma'am?
Yes.
Any questions regarding any of those rights?
No.
You'll see on the podium, I need you to look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will
Yes.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes.
November 27, 2020, location of Carpenter near Chester Drive in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume intoxicating?
Yes.
What did you have and how much?
I had a couple of seltzers.
Seltzers? All right. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
I was stopped by the police.
Why'd they stop you?
My lights were off.
All right. Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes.
Were you taken to the station?
Yes.
Was there a blood draw or a blood test?
Both.
Blood draw?
Yes.
All right. What were the results of
For
that?
the plea, it was a .09 blood test.
You have any reason to dispute those blood test results?
No.
No? All right. I do have to advise you that if I do accept your plea, if you commit misconduct between the time of my acceptance of the plea and your time of sentencing, that any evaluation or sentence agreement, the court would not be bound by. You understand that?
Yes.
I also would have to indicate that if you do commit misconduct during that period, you would also not be entitled to withdraw your plea. You understand that?
Yes.
Counsel, I guess the first question is, have there been any promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea which have not been stated on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
And has the court complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Your Honor, I would say for the record, just so it's clear, the stop happened just after midnight. So the stop for no headlights I think is a valid stop. I think we could stipulate that it was dark outside.
I
But
don't.
other than that, I'm satisfied.
We're satisfied as well, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this charge. Defendant works for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be July 9th, 2025. At what time? 9 a.m. All right. Either as to bond, but as to the violation.
For the violation first, Your Honor, my client would waive her right to a hearing and be prepared to admit to drinking and ready to do that this morning.
All right. And that is correct, ma'am?
Yes.
You're waiving your right to a hearing?
Yes.
And you do admit, have you seen the violation report, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Your counsel went through it with you, however?
Yes.
All right. And that there were on June 13, 2025, that you were drinking?
Yes.
Very good. Court will accept that admission. You've been in?
She turned herself in yesterday morning. Is that what time yesterday?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. yesterday morning.
All right. How old are you, young man?
20,
How old are you?
21.
Where were you drinking?
Sorry. My dad passed away a couple
Pardon?
years ago. My dad passed away a couple years ago, and I'm not handling it probably in the best way.
So you were 19,
18.
18 when he passed away?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, was that where your drinking started, or?
Yes.
And let me ask you this, I'm not gonna hold it against you, were you drinking a lot?
Yeah.
Looking back on it, when you were drinking a lot, what do you think would happen for you? Probably don't know how to answer that question. I mean,
Yeah.
That's a tough question, isn't it? Suffice it to say, young lady, it would kind of make you forget and have the pain go away a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you in school?
Yes. I'm
Pardon?
supposed to go back next semester.
Did you finish up this semester?
No.
What happened?
I stopped attending my classes, so I had to withdraw.
Where were you in school?
It's my sophomore year,
At what school?
Eastern Michigan.
So when your dad passed away, had you already enrolled in school?
Yes.
And you made it through how many semesters after that?
2, and then I took a gap year, and then I went back.
Those 2 semesters that you took, how were your grades?
They were pretty good. I think I had a 3.2, 3.5.
Okay. You took the gap year, then you came back. How were your grades?
Okay, I think I had like a 2.
Pardon?
I think I had a 2.8 when I came back.
Where'd you graduate high school?
In high school.
Okay. Did you do well there? You got siblings?
I have a twin brother.
You have a twin brother.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
It's with mom in the corner of the courtroom.
Mom's on? Oh, okay. All right. So what do you think I should do with you? Well, before you answer that, let me ask you this. As you were going along struggling, trying to deal with your father's passing and things, did you let your mom know?
A little, but
Pardon?
not as serious as it had gotten. I don't think.
What about your brother?
I think he noticed.
You think he noticed?
Yeah.
Probably because he's your brother and also a twin, he probably did. Probably felt it.